What is up, everyone, and welcome back to another YouTube video. If you're new to the channel, hello, how are you? Thank you for tuning in. And in today's video, I'm gonna be covering, or more so just raising some awareness to the concerns that I've seen either in my own comments or I've seen in other YouTube creators videos in their comments. I've seen on Reddit. And so I just figured, you know what, why not just touch bases on those concerns that I have for myself and for all of you all who are, obviously anxiously waiting to play this game. Now, I don't script videos. I'm never gonna script a video because I just feel like if I have to script a video, there's no point in me doing it. I basically wrote down some points here that I'm gonna touch on. Now, obviously, there's not going to be everything, right? But I think I've narrowed it down to the most, concerning points about inZOI. So, first one, and these are going to be in no particular order, okay? Just keep that in mind. But first one is obviously graphics and the optimization of this game. Yes, we all know that inZOI is visually stunning. I'm not gonna lie to you, it is a absolutely gorgeous video game. You've heard me say it before, I've compared it to GTA 5 where, players are using the ultra realistic mods in GTA 5 to do, role plays and things, and that is what inZOI reminds me of. Literally, that is what it reminds me of. Now, yes, the graphics, they're good, right? But here's the concern that also has. I've seen comments where, the concern is, can their PC handle it? Now, Krafton, I won't even say Krafton. The developers for inZOI have stated that they intend to optimize the game so that, it can I can't even talk, but so that it can reach a wider, basically, player base, right? Now, I honestly feel like if they can't optimize this game, they're gonna be missing out on an untapped player base if they can't figure that out. Because I think it's absolutely crazy that someone would potentially, feel like they're excluded or feel like they need to go and spend their hard-earned money to upgrade their PC or their gaming laptop to play this game. Like, I don't agree with that. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed for all of us, that this game gets optimized to where it can reach a wider mass of players. Because obviously with the graphics, it is going to be demanding on whatever you're playing on, right? PC, laptop, doesn't matter. So for our sake and for their sake, if they want this game to basically have, the positive response that they're looking for, it has to be optimized for everyone. Period. Next point, and I love this point so much as a good thing though, but here's the concern about it, and I am talking about immersion. Yes, this game, the immersion of it is definitely detailed to the point that I was never expecting it to be. Now, what I will say about the immersion level within this game, it is not that of a beginner for immersion level. For me, I've played RPGs before. I love, the depth that RPGs can take you into. And that's why I think also I'm instantly kind of drawn into inZOI. Now, I've said before, if you're an RPG lover, you are definitely gonna love the immersion within this game. Now, let me give you an example, right? Let's say I'm a new player and I just saw the game trailer for inZOI and I'm like, oh my god, this game is crazy. The graphics, it has everything I had hoped for. I want to play this game. Now, me as a new player to inZOI, I've never played any life simulation game, never played The Sims 4, right? So because you're gonna have that player base, right? I've never played The Sims 4 or any other life simulation game. So this is gonna be my first time jumping into a life simulation game. This game, I'm not even gonna lie to you, it is definitely gonna be overwhelming for a new player into life simulation that has not experienced immersion at this level. And not only that for new players, but I also say this too, for those of you that might like the immersion that The Sims 4 offers, this is taking that to like 2-3 steps ahead of that, like extra. Okay, so if you're not ready for that and you feel like you're gonna be overwhelmed, that's what I'm talking about. That is concerning, right? Now, I still think the game is good, but we've seen how in-depth the I want to say Kaz, because I heard somebody else say it with like Creative Zoe, but I'm gonna just say the Zoe studio. We've seen how in-depth and how advanced you can go into the Zoe studio and just create pretty much whomever you want to. Excuse me. Aside from that, build mode was a whole nother level. I personally, when I was looking at videos and when they're in the Zoe studio, cool, got it. Because I love creating characters, you know what I mean? When they got into build mode, however, I was over here like, man, boy, I'm about to be in Canvas just browsing all the builds, because look, I'm no builder. I've already said that. Granted, I am going to make an attempt in the game to, you know, kind of build a few things here and there. Now, I ain't saying I'm going to go all out with it. When it comes to like the interior, okay, cool, got you. I can do that. But from the foundation up, so that's definitely concerning for new players, for players that aren't new to it, you know, the immersion of it. But that's just something to think about. Now, the third thing, right? I thought about this one a lot, actually. And I figured, you know what? I'm gonna throw it out there anyways. The third point is, should you purchase inZOI in early access? Now I'm gonna give you my personal thought, right? Or my personal take, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. I am gonna purchase inZOI in early access. I understand what I'm getting into. I understand what I'm buying into. Now, for those of you that, you know, you might not be familiar with early access games, what that basically means is the game is going to be brought to us basically in an ongoing developing state. Meaning they're still going to be basically developing the game as we play. Now, there's a good thing, there's a bad thing to that. Good thing being is it allows the developers to get, you know, beneficial feedback from us as the players, you know, for the game. You can still, you know, address concerns. Maybe you have suggestions, right? Be rational about it, okay? That's a good thing. The bad thing is it's gonna have glitches. There's gonna be bugs. They're gonna push who knows how many updates to the game, right? You have to expect that when you walk into an early access game, because it's not going to be perfect, right? Early access it's not going to be perfect. And I'm pretty sure the game is probably going to stay in early access, I don't know, maybe a couple months. It could be a year, I don't know, until it gets its official release, right? Now, the feedback portion of it, I think, will over time make this game as good as it should be. You know what I mean? Because they really do listen to their community. I saw it quite often in the Discord chat, and that gives me hope for the game. If they continue to do that throughout the early access of the game, inZOI is gonna do all right. I have no doubts. They're gonna do all right. Now, this one right here, the fourth point, is probably the highest concern that I personally have, and that is microtransactions. Now, Krafton, it's a big powerhouse, right? They are the publishers of PUBG. For those of you that don't know, before there was a Fortnite, there was PUBG. And you know, PUBG had to crawl in order for Fortnite to run, basically. I think I read, I'm probably gonna link it also, but that game allowed them, and you know, not only that game, but other games that they, you know, have produced, allowed them to gross, I think it said between 2014 and 2023, over 1 trillion. As I said, I'll link it down below, but that is insane. That is insane. Now, I do know PUBG, when I played it, without a doubt, it was riddled with microtransactions. Do I think inZOI is gonna be on that level that PUBG was with the microtransactions? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. That's one thing that hasn't been, you know, clarified, if you will. Like, I know microtransactions are gonna be there, right? I feel like at this day and age, within the gaming space, microtransactions, they're not going anywhere. They're here to stay. Like, EA has figured it out. Rockstar has definitely figured it out. 2K has definitely figured it out. Krafton cracked the code long time ago. So microtransactions, they are here to stay, guys, unfortunately. Like, I know it's not something we want. Hell, it's not even something we need, but they're here to stay. They're not going anywhere. And so that does worry me, because I don't want my experience with the game, I don't want to feel like when I play inZOI that I'm gonna constantly be, you know, thrown into, pop-ups of, buy this, you could get this for like half off for that. Like, no, I don't want no microtransactions. I mean, if you have them, keep them to a minimum. All right, I don't want to be driving around in the city or just doing something within the game and bloop, something's over here asking me like, you wanna add some nice shiny rims to your car? Boom, $6.99 for this. I don't want to see that in my game. Like, no. Now, I do think microtransactions can be reasonable, right? But you have to make it make sense, right? You can't just be out here just trying to cash grab left, right, up, down, whatever. Like, I feel like I'm putting in a GTA cheat code right now. You can't do that. Like, if you're gonna have microtransactions, they have to be within reason, and it needs to make sense. Now, a question I think all of us have is, which brings me to my final point. What's that? 5? That's 5, y'all? I think it's 5. Will inZOI replace or kill off The Sims? What y'all think? Here's what I think. inZOI, for sure, it's not gonna kill off The Sims, right? You gotta understand that The Sims has been around for over a decade and some change, like, and counting. I'm gonna say that. Decades and counting. And this is a genre, life simulation is a genre that has been dominated by EA, The Sims, since I don't even think they've had a competitor worthy to take them on. You know, there was Life by You, but that quickly faded badly, horribly. What I do think inZOI brings to the table for the life simulation genre is it offers those of us that might want to experience something different aside from The Sims. It gives you another option, and I think that's fair, because I feel like at this point EA has basically, you know, they've been at the top of this genre. They're the king/queen of this genre, basically. And they've been sitting high and mighty on top of their throne for so long that, you know, they laugh at other, you know, games that are trying to enter the space. They laugh at them. I feel like they laugh and they mock them. Like, oh yeah, you might come, but you're not gonna survive. But inZOI offers something that The Sims doesn't. They listen to their community. A lot of Simmers have wanted that for some time from EA. Not getting it. EA doesn't really care. They don't give a shit. Let's just be honest. They don't give a shit right now. They want your money though. They want your money. Not only that, but also understand that because there's gonna be another game within that space, also realize that inZOI isn't gonna be for everybody. Not everyone wants these ultra realistic, you know, graphics. They don't want that immersion, you know, and they ultimately just might not be feeling inZOI. You know what I mean? That's, you know, there are some people that aren't feeling paralyzed. That's okay. You know what I mean? That's okay. But yeah, they won't kill off The Sims. The Sims are still going to be around. They're still going to be cash grabby. They're still going to be up to their antics. But what I do think inZOI brings to the table is it lights a fire under EA. It forces them to, what is it, Project Renee? It's probably gonna force them to speed that process up. And then wherever the heck they are with The Sims 5, it's basically gonna make them, all right, like, this is what they're doing. Okay, we need to step it up. So hopefully that is a wake-up call for them and they do step it up, you know what I mean? Now, final thoughts, right? I would say keep an open mind, right? Don't let the fact that, you know, you've been playing The Sims for so long and, you know, you have a tremendous amount of love for The Sims. I get it. But don't let that overshadow, you know, your, you know, excitement for something new in the genre. And also, you know, don't give the game a chance, right? I believe in giving fair chances until you screw it up. I say give the game a chance. If you are in the market for something new and you know what early access is, you know what comes with it, give it a chance. Because honestly, when games go in early access, they're usually a little bit, you know, they're kind of at a discounted rate because it's not a full game, you know, it's not the complete game is what I mean. And then another thing, if you are still on the fence about buying or playing inZOI, wait until it goes into early access and it releases, and not only go and check out, you know, gameplay or updated gameplay videos from the popular bigger YouTube channels, but also wait to get some reviews from just your average, you know, player, because there's gonna be some, like I'm gonna do some, also pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of others. Check out some other reviews before you buy. I think that's fair, because I would hate for you to buy something and then you're like, okay, I ain't feeling this like at all, like this is not what I thought it was gonna be. All right, y'all, that is gonna be it for today's video. Let me know down in the comments what your concerns might be about inZOI. And as always, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the love and support, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.